What's up? So, Donald Trump, the whole coronavirus thing, I'm just going to do, I would say, my opinions on how he has handled the whole situation so far. So, here's the thing, all right? This is like a once in a lifetime thing, like probably once in 100 years thing, considering the Spanish flu happened in the 1800s. All right, there's no playbook for this. There's absolutely no playbook for this. All right, so any president, Donald Trump, anybody who would have been president, would pretty much go through this whole entire situation, kind of, without a playbook. Without a playbook. So I've been hearing like so many negative things about how Trump has handled this, how Trump has handled that, etc., etc. Here's the thing, all right. I obviously, he was warned about this. The Chinese warned him about this a month before anything was done as far as quarantining and all that stuff is concerned. A lot of people are saying that he was late to the game, didn't put the plan in full effect as far as having people stay in place, shutting things down, etc., etc. But to be honest with you, if you guys were president, how crazy would it be for anybody to actually just say, you know what, I'm going to start shutting down the country. I mean, previous to like 2 weeks ago when that started happening, I mean, any kind of referring to shutting down a country, a county, a state, etc., where people would just stay in their house, all the businesses shut down, etc., would be absolutely out there insane. Because they didn't do it in 2008. They didn't do it in 87. They didn't do it in the Great Depression. They didn't do it during the stock market collapse in the 1920s. It's never, I don't even think it's ever been done in this country. I'm not sure. But I don't know that it's ever been done in this country as far as what's happening right now, where things are just shutting down completely. I've never gone through this in my whole entire life, and neither has anybody else. Probably in first world countries or whatever. Maybe in any countries, I'm not quite sure. But this is like a once in a lifetime thing. So it's kind of hard to judge somebody. I know he's the leader of this country. He's the president of this country. Everything goes through him. He gets the blame. He gets the whatever. But if you think about it, like if he had just come out and said, a month before this started, we're gonna do quarantine. We're gonna shut down this country. We're going to shut down all the businesses. We're going to shut down this. He'd have so much, he would have so much pushback from like everybody, including Republicans. You'd have pushback from Democrats that would be, out there, going out their way to talk bad about how he's handling the situation and stuff like that. He's overreacting, etc., etc. So essentially, any move that he makes regarding this would be a negative move. It would be a negative move. There would be, it would be like an unprecedented thing. So I'm gonna give the guy, some slack over this because he's actually putting out the playbook for these kind of situations himself. And this video is not me talking about the coronavirus itself, because I think it's like the weirdest thing. I guess I might as well get into it. I think it's like the weirdest thing, considering, like over 100 years, this has never happened, and there's been like at least 2 world wars that's occurred, and a host of, diseases that's come up, the bird flu, this flu, that flu, Ebola, all that stuff, and nothing within the vicinity of anything like a shutdown like this has ever occurred. So he's actually putting out the playbook, and I'm pretty sure that you know, that this thing is real. I'm pretty sure this thing is real as far as, you know, the whole sickness, the corona thing is concerned. But I don't know. I don't know. You know, they're saying it's different from the flu because there's no vaccine. It's different from the flu because there's no vaccine. All right, the flu kills about 80,000 people per year. It's different from the flu. You can't compare it to it because there's no vaccine. But as far as the symptoms, people getting sick from it, etc., you know, it's just older people who have more of a chance to get really ill and die from it than anybody else. So for all honesty, all right, I can't go out of my way to say, you know, to say anything negative about this guy, considering how he has handled this whole entire situation. All right, so it's like anybody else you put in power. They're just reacting at this point because there is no playbook as far as handling this situation is concerned. I know he's getting a lot of information from doctors and stuff like that. People, all these doctors are telling him to shut the country down for at least 2 more months. Some people are saying until June. There's just so much information going back and forth on this whole entire situation. And a lot of this information is contradictory. A lot of this information is just... I mean, I get the news from news sources the same way you get the news. A lot of it is from the internet, but there's just so much conflicting information. I read one thing one day, and then it says to read, you know, like today I just read, oh, they're telling you to wear a mask now. Before, that they were saying that doctors and such or experts, you know, were saying that, you know, masks don't work, so why, you know, you shouldn't be wearing it. Now they're telling you to wear a mask. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been wearing masks. I've been going out like I have been doing regularly. I haven't been wearing masks. Haven't been taking any kind of precautions. Drove to the city a couple of times. And got some pizza at a pizza place. You know, without wearing a mask. So I don't know. But, you know, as far as, you know, this video is concerned, I really can't blame the guy for doing, you know, for the job he's doing. I can't blame the guy. I mean, he wants to open up the country because, you know, he says he wants to open up the country within a week or something like that by Easter. And, you know, I don't actually blame him as far as him wanting to open up the country. And he probably threw that out there early in the week just to calm the markets. Pretty sure he did that just to calm the markets. You know, I'm pretty sure he doesn't, you know, it's always better to take precautions, to be more, to have more caution in these kind of circumstances than to not. So I'm pretty sure he wasn't going to open this country by Easter regardless. But he said that just to calm the markets, and it did calm the market. So, what do you think, guys? Let me know. You know, what your opinions are. If you guys have any comments, leave your comments. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, etc., guys. All right, thanks.